For Christmas last year, I got a pack of assorted beans, and it's also known as friendship beans, to make some friendship bean soup. And it has all kind of beans in here. It has kidney, lentil, navy, all kind of beans. And this is going to make a delicious soup. Now, I also have right here a frozen, well, I thawed it out, smoked ham bone. That's right, a smoked ham bone. And I thawed it out, and I think I'm going to put these together to see how good the soup is going to be. I've never heard of friendship soup with, smoked ham bones in it. So we're going to give it a try and see how good it comes out. I'm very curious about this. And in my head, I think it's going to be very, very tasty. And I also have an onion right here. It's a half of an onion. And we're going to cut that up, and then we're going to put it in with the beans. And we're going to also use some thyme. I'm going to use about 2 sprigs of thyme. I think it's called sprigs. But yeah, I'm going to use 2 sprigs of thyme. Doesn't that sound delicious? Sprigs of thyme, not thyme on your watch, but the thyme that has flavor. There we go. So the first thing we got to do is cut up the onion. That's right. And I'm just going to chop it up into chunks. It's no specific size I'm aiming for. It's just, enough to get into the pot and be bite-sized, not huge chunks. So we're going to throw that into the pot with some olive oil, and we're going to let it cook up just a little bit until they become transparent. And we're going to throw those 2 sprigs of thyme in there, and we're going to throw a little bit of kosher salt in there, and we're going to throw that ham bone in there after the onions become a little bit transparent. Now, this wooden thing I have is called a spurtle. If you don't have one, you should get one, because they really, really get all the corners of the pot when you're scraping and scooping. And they also don't scratch. They do not scratch your expensive cookware. Now, the water that I'm putting in here is the same water that I thawed out the ham bone with, because it had that flavor in there. And I'm also adding in the beans. Now, you can add more water to it and let it cook up for about an hour, or at least until the meat gets a little bit tender on the bone, and you can kind of just cut it off, or just work on a little bit and they fall off in big chunks. Look at that. Now, make sure you continue to add water to this soup, because you don't want it to boil down all the way and burn the beans or the ham. So just make sure you take care of that. Keep an eye on it. Look at these chunks of ham. And once it gets to the consistency and the texture that you want, then you have some good old friendship bean soup with smoked ham bone. And this is so tasty. Go cook some. It's your turn.